The Matamata Swifts are celebrating this week after winning the Waikato Bay of Plenty Federation League. It's a huge achievement for Matamata Swifts, and here to tell me all about it is Swifts manager Dwayne Barlow. Welcome to the show, Dwayne.
Right, thank you, it's great to be here.
Now tell me about Matamata Swifts winning this. Has it been a pretty long, tough road?
It has. Yeah, we've probably made it a little bit more difficult than it should have been. Basically, the title came down to the last game. We play a home and away league format, so no grand finals, but it essentially became a grand final. Yeah, we had to travel over to Hamilton to play Claudelands Rovers, and I think within about 6 minutes we were a goal down, so it was quite stressful. But the guys basically pulled it out of the fire, I guess. We were level by half time and then ran away with the game in the second half. Yeah, I was a little bit nervous there for a while, but you know, we did what we needed to do.
Yeah, definitely. It's Claudelands a pretty tough team to play.
They've been traditionally quite difficult for us as a, you know, you have your bogey sides, and they've been quite difficult for us to beat over the last couple of seasons. So to go there for the last game was not exactly something we were looking forward to, but you know, we have probably obviously the best team in the league, and some decent players in there now, so you know, you've got to be confident in your own ability anywhere, and we did the job. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of training went into it anyway, hasn't it? You've been training for a long time.
Yeah, we started pre-season training obviously back in January, but there's been a number of guys with us. We've been in this league for 3 or 4 seasons now, and the last 3 seasons we finished second, so there's been a number of guys there who've been through those ups and downs and that journey as well. So yeah, it's not only this season, it's a number of years before that you know, this has sort of been the culmination of.
Yeah, and how's the team feeling? Are they pretty proud of themselves?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Saturday was, I guess, magnified because the previous week we had the situation where we had to go to Tauranga if we'd won that game, and they're bottom team of the league. If we'd won that game, we would have wrapped the league up then, and we ended up drawing that game after being 2-0 up at half time. So, you know, all the expectation was there for that game, and at the end of it there was a massive sense of deflation. The last week was leading up to Claudelands was not the best, not that much fun. So to actually finally do it, you know, the celebration was magnified.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you would have had to pick yourselves up, you know, and dealt with all being, you know, that defeating sort of thing happening, and going, right, we've got a game to play, we've got to do this.
Yeah, because I mean, mentally, the guys, I guess, maybe it's a little bit lazy, but we're tuned into having it sewn up the week before, and to be where we were in that game, you know, it was quite a shock to end up with a draw. So yeah, it took a few days, but you know, we had a good session on the Thursday night before the Claudelands game, and then you know, the guys were up for it. A
bit of a good team talk there and get everyone racked up again?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, just really one of those, you know, we've spent a lot of time and effort. There's been, you know, a lot of people put a lot of work into this. You know, it's really not the time to mess it up. And there's some experienced guys in the team, and you know, they basically, you know, set it up for us, and we got the result.
Very well. Was there any standout players of the match, or was it just a whole good team effort?
It was a good team performance, but I guess our leading scorer Tim Miller, he scored the second goal for us that put us ahead, and got the third one at the end, so he had a good performance. Alberto Romero got the first goal. He's quite a talented, I would say young, but not so young now, Uruguayan guy who's been with us for 5 or 6 seasons. So it was good for him to grab a goal. But you know, generally most of the guys did pretty well.
Yeah.
You know, the success this season's been built on our defensive effort. So Tom Pamment in the goal, and our centre halves were strong, and led the show.
Big celebrations now. We know you've got your prize giving coming up.
Yeah, prize giving's this Saturday. Obviously, last Saturday after the game, we did the usual sort of wasting a ridiculous amount of champagne all over the place, and all the cheesy sort of football songs and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, this Saturday, your prize giving here in town, and I'm sure that'll be a big night as well. We've managed to get hold of the trophy itself, so we'll, you know, have that there, and I think it's a cup, so there'll probably be a bit more champagne going on the top of that, and you know, the guys will do all the cliched stuff, but we'll have fun. get through that, and then maybe a couple of weeks off, and then
back into it again.
Plan for next season, because there's the potential now for promotion to the next level, which is basically a regional league that takes us further afield, which will involve a lot of travelling potentially to Auckland as well. I mean, that's an invitation league, but we've essentially got the invitation for that, so that's more time, more effort, more fundraising. You know, obviously the expenses are a bit more, so.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for joining me today, Dwayne, and all the best for the next season.
No problem, thank you.
And that's Dwayne Barlow there for the Matamata Swifts. Well, that's our show for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, if you've got any feedback for us or you've got a news story that you'd like us to know about, just give us an email, news@tvcentral.co.nz. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
This has been an Alpha Media production, a division of Television Media Group.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.